Beneath the earth, a forgotten labyrinth stretches out, formed by tunnels with precise geometry that defies all known explanation. In the depths, ancient creatures roam, living shadows that cross the veil between the real and the unexplainable. These entities are not mere legends. Something connects them, a hidden purpose still beyond comprehension. What lurks at the heart of this subterranean enigma? Prepare yourself for a dark journey, where every step reveals mysteries that challenge reason and sanity. Are you ready to face what has always lurked in the shadows? In 2015, a discreet USGS report revealed something that should not exist beneath the Pine Barrens of New Jersey. Networks of caves with anomalous electrical patterns emerged during routine excavations, structures that do not match the region's sandy composition. Sensors detected intermittent pulses, like a heartbeat, coming from deep underground. When mapping the signals, geologists noticed an unsettling regularity. The formations appeared to follow an artificial geometry. Curious, researchers expanded the search. Soon, identical patterns were detected beneath the hills of West Virginia, the swamps of the Congo Basin, and the forests of Oklahoma. All these formations were connected by a geometric logic, as if they were part of an underground grid slowly converging toward an unknown central point. But it wasn't just the structure that raised suspicion. These places shared a heavy historical burden of legends, sightings, and monsters. In these regions, reports of cryptids, enigmatic and often monstrous creatures, are not rare. They stretch across centuries and borders, defying scientific explanation and resisting the erosion of time. Strangely, many of these beings are seen near geological fault lines and areas of intense electromagnetic activity. The pattern doesn't feel random. It's as if something is emerging through these fractures in the Earth's crust, or trying to escape them. When overlaying geological maps, scientists saw something even more disturbing. The tunnels formed almost perfect geometric figures. Straight lines connecting points separated by oceans. Triangles, pentagons, and intersections that suggest design, not natural erosion. This fueled darker theories about subterranean biospheres, non-human transportation networks, or even containment systems for something ancient. Official investigations abruptly stopped in 2017 without public explanation, but leaked documents suggest sensors are still picking up electrical pulses in the same regions, and at shorter intervals. The phenomenon seems to be accelerating, as if something is approaching or awakening. The question that remains is simple, yet disturbing. What lies beneath us, and what is keeping it there? Even more disturbing is the fact that all these places share stories of encounters with entities that defy known biology. Creatures with glowing eyes, hybrid forms, and intelligent behavior. Coincidence? Or are these beings connected by a common origin, perhaps a single subterranean home, spreading beneath our feet like the roots of an invisible organism? The Pine Barrens are more than just trees and silence. For centuries, locals have whispered about a winged creature with glowing eyes and a scream that echoes through the night. According to legend, in 1735, a woman named Deborah Leeds gave birth to her 13th child, a malformed beast cursed by the devil himself. It grew wings, a tail, hoofs, and vanished into the forest. But behind this gothic tale lies a historical truth few know. The Leeds family was targeted for political reasons, and Daniel Leeds, a publisher of almanacs and occult texts, was publicly branded as satanic. The demonization of a man became the birth of a myth. In 1909, the legend reached a terrifying peak. Hundreds of sightings spread across New Jersey and Pennsylvania in just 1 week. Schools closed. Police issued warnings. Newspapers printed witness accounts describing a creature flying above rooftops. But skepticism crept in. Years later, it was revealed that part of the panic may have been staged, a hoax involving a kangaroo modified with wings and claws. Still, some testimonies were harder to dismiss. Strange hoof prints appeared overnight, covering frozen rooftops and snow-covered yards. The press mocked them, but scientists couldn't explain their geometry or spacing. In recent years, a new layer was added to the mystery, this time beneath the ground. In 2021, researchers exploring the Pine Barrens aquifer system found an unusual series of tunnels with electromagnetic signatures similar to those detected in West Virginia and Congo. These passages shouldn't exist in the soft, acidic soil of the region. Even stranger, the mineral composition of the rocks surrounding the tunnels matched samples from deep beneath the Earth's crust, including rare elements only found near tectonic faults. This discovery reignited old fears. What if the legend wasn't just a hoax or political smear, but a misunderstood warning? The creature described as the Jersey Devil doesn't fit neatly into any known biological classification. It's often described as a fusion of species, goat, bat, dragon. But that combination echoes descriptions of other cryptids across the globe. Hybrid forms, glowing eyes, emission of sulfurous odors. Traits that suggest either a shared biology or a shared origin. Could these creatures be mutations from natural radiation? Or are they avatars of something ancient using familiar shapes to be seen or feared by human eyes? Adding to the mystery, the region has seen repeated reports of electronic interference, compass malfunctions, and sudden drops in atmospheric pressure near supposed sighting locations. These are the same symptoms reported near underground anomaly sites identified by the USGS. When mapped, the positions of major Jersey Devil sightings form part of a larger pattern, one side of a pentagon whose other points fall on West Virginia, Congo, and Oklahoma. The grid is not just growing, it's organizing, and it may converge beneath Pine Barrens itself. If the Jersey Devil is a lie, it's one that refuses to die. If it's a truth, it's one that someone worked very hard to hide, first through propaganda, then through staged hoaxes. But the question persists, why would anyone go to such lengths to bury a story unless there was something beneath it worth hiding? Something ancient, something moving, something watching from the dark veins of the earth, waiting for the right moment to rise again. On September 12, 1952, a group of children and adults climbed Fisher's Farm Hill in Flatwoods, West Virginia, after witnessing a fiery light streak across the sky. What they encountered was terrifying. A floating creature over 10 feet tall, with glowing orange eyes and a suffocating metallic odor. The group was paralyzed with fear. One boy fainted. Another vomited on the spot. It was as if the presence didn't just occupy space, it distorted it. The strange entity seemed to observe them, but not in any human way. The next day, the Air Force arrived in town. Blue Book Project technicians examined the site. Traces of radiation were found in the soil, along with an oily residue that burned the grass. Despite the official explanations, a meteor, swamp gas, mass hysteria, the internal reports suggested something more. A military radar had tracked an object moving at 13,000 miles per hour, hovering over Flatwoods for nearly 2 minutes. That's not consistent with balloons, planes, or any known natural phenomenon. Something came, and it didn't seem to want to stay hidden. Curiously, geological maps show that Flatwoods sits atop an ancient network of fossilized underground rivers. Some of these still conduct irregular electromagnetic charges, measured by NOAA sensors and the USGS. In 1965, an unpublished study revealed unexplained metallic echoes 4,000 feet underground, exactly beneath the reported sighting location. The coincidence is unsettling. The same energy patterns observed in Pine Barrens, New Jersey, also appear here. But what exactly links these regions? A generally overlooked fact. The supposed landing site of the Flatwoods Monster aligns with the entrance to a cave mapped by archaeologists in 1947 but sealed off by the military after a collapse in 1953. Access was classified as restricted. Files obtained via FOIA reveal that materials extracted from the cave entrance showed unusual magnetism and traces of elements not consistent with Earth's crust. The implications were shelved or deliberately buried. For some researchers of anomalous phenomena, the creature witnessed in Flatwoods was not physical in the traditional sense. Its mutable appearance, the metallic odor, and the physiological effects on witnesses point to something closer to an interdimensional presence, something vibrating at another frequency that briefly manifests when electromagnetic conditions align. If true, this links it directly to the same subterranean disturbances associated with the Jersey Devil. And what else might be rising to the surface through these cracks in reality? Flatwoods has long been forgotten by the news. But for locals, something still lingers on that hill. Animals avoid the area. Compasses fail. And hikers occasionally report a towering figure standing at the trail's peak, as if waiting for something or someone. What appeared that night in September may not have come from above, but from below. From somewhere beneath our feet, through the very structures that form the strange network of interconnected tunnels. The next point of contact? It may already be set. In the vast, mist-shrouded wetlands of the Congo basin, indigenous tribes speak in hushed tones about a creature called Mokele-Mbembe. Described as having a long neck, a bulky body, and a whip-like tail, it closely resembles a sauropod dinosaur, something that should have gone extinct millions of years ago. These accounts have persisted for centuries, passed down with consistent details across generations. But what truly disturbs researchers is that the earliest Western accounts, dating back to the 1700s, mirror these descriptions almost word for word. How could such an image remain unchanged for so long? In 1913, German Captain Ludwig von Stein recorded native testimonies describing violent encounters with the beast, including the capsizing of canoes and the killing of hippos. These weren't just stories. They were warnings, passed on as survival knowledge. Fast forward to 1992. A Japanese expedition claimed to have filmed a large creature moving through a remote lake. While skeptics suggested it was just a man in a canoe, analysts noted that the wake created did not match any known human movement. The creature's size, motion, and speed remained unexplained. But there's another layer. In caves near Lake Tella, close to the alleged sightings, ancient cave paintings depict a creature eerily similar to Mokele-Mbembe, with a sweeping tail and tree-trampling feet. Carbon dating estimates the drawings are over 20,000 years old. This suggests that the legend predates any modern contact and might stem from actual encounters over millennia. If that's true, it raises a darker question. What kind of ecosystem exists down there, beneath the surface, that could preserve something so ancient? Geological surveys from the USGS in the early 2000s registered intense electromagnetic anomalies in this region, concentrated around cave networks and deep aquifers. The patterns match those found in Pine Barrens, Flatwoods, and Adair County. The formation of these anomalies suggested artificial geometry, lines and points forming angles too precise to be natural. Could the same hidden infrastructure be present here, buried beneath the jungle, connecting this creature to the others? The electromagnetic fields weren't the only strange findings. In 2017, researchers testing soil and water samples found traces of minerals not native to the region, including lanthanum and promethium, elements typically found deep within the Earth's mantle. That means something is pushing these materials upward through fissures or artificial openings. If the Mokele-Mbembe does exist, perhaps it's not a relic of the past, but a byproduct of something still occurring underground. A system still active. It's now impossible to ignore. Each of these cryptids appears where electromagnetic forces and underground tunnel systems converge. These aren't isolated legends. They're chapters in the same hidden narrative. What is Mokele-Mbembe guarding or escaping from? Its habitat lies directly on one of the 5 pentagonal points marked by the other sightings. The geometry grows clearer. The purpose, however, remains hidden. And whatever lives in those depths may not be alone. Deep within the forests of Adair County, Oklahoma, a creature has haunted the collective fear of locals since the 1970s. Known as the Adair Beast, it is described as a towering, furry entity standing approximately 2.5 meters tall, with piercing amber eyes that seem to glow in the dark. Witnesses consistently report a heavy, lumbering presence moving silently through the dense underbrush, leaving behind massive footprints marked with sharp claws. These tracks, unlike typical animal prints, show 5 distinct toes, an unsettling detail that has confounded trackers and scientists alike. In 1997, an environmental officer collected detailed molds of these footprints, capturing the unique arch and claw imprints that defy classification among known wildlife. One of the most chilling pieces of evidence is a grainy 1971 video footage showing the creature moving deliberately along a path, seemingly inspecting the ground in an odd, almost methodical pattern. This behavior suggests an intelligence beyond mere animal instinct, a ritual, or perhaps the marking of territory. But what does it seek in the Earth itself? Geological studies in the early 1980s uncovered extensive subterranean cave systems beneath Adair County. These caves exhibited electrical anomalies eerily similar to those recorded in New Jersey's Pine Barrens and the Congo Basin. The interconnected tunnels form part of a larger geometric pattern, a pentagonal grid that links 4 distant points across the globe, including the locations of other cryptid sightings. This revelation implies a grand design, a hidden network beneath the Earth's surface. Further unsettling are the discoveries made in the caves, marks resembling claw scratches etched into granite estimated to be over 300 million years old. What's chilling is that these scars appear surprisingly fresh, as if the beast or something else has been active recently, breaking through eons of geological time. Could the Adair Beast be part of an ancient lineage of creatures, surviving hidden away, altering the very stone to make its presence known? Scientists and theorists alike speculate these creatures might be guardians or sentinels, perhaps tasked with protecting access points to the underground labyrinth. Their presence coincides with powerful electromagnetic fields that could interfere with human technology, obscuring their movements from radar or satellites. The question arises, who built these tunnels, and what are they hiding? Are these beasts the last remnants of a forgotten world, or the front line of an intelligence far beyond our understanding? The Adair Beast ties directly into the growing puzzle, for cryptids linked by subterranean grids and electromagnetic anomalies, pointing to a center yet unseen. The pentagon shape formed by the caves hints at something deliberate, almost ritualistic. What ancient force or civilization orchestrates this global network? And what will happen when the center finally awakens? The answers lie just beneath the surface, waiting. The Jersey Devil, Flatwoods Monster, Mokele-Mbembe, and Adair Beast all share disturbing traits: proximity to unknown underground tunnels, electrical anomalies recorded by the USDIS, and persistent sightings spanning centuries. These tunnels arrange themselves in a precise geometric grid, one that appears to expand and converge toward a mysterious central point beneath the Earth's surface. This is far beyond mere coincidence. It suggests the presence of a coordinated intelligence or force silently operating beneath our feet, carving patterns into the very crust of the planet. The energy readings from these sites are unnatural, sparking theories about ancient technologies or living networks hidden underground. Some researchers speculate that these cryptids are guardians, protectors of entry points into a vast subterranean biosphere, a hidden world beneath our own. Others suggest they may be emissaries or remnants of a forgotten civilization that thrives away from daylight, operating in secret. The discovery of rare minerals from deep within the Earth found in these tunnels deepens the mystery, pointing to unknown geological or even artificial processes at work. These creatures could be biological extensions of this hidden ecosystem, or perhaps entities born from it, entwined with its dark secrets. The geometric patterns of the tunnels, grids, pentagons, and other shapes raise chilling questions about their origin and purpose. Are these formations natural or artificially engineered? Could they serve as conduits for energy, communication networks, or containment structures for something unknown? The scale and precision of this grid challenge everything we know about Earth's interior and its ancient mysteries. This network may be an ancient framework designed to channel or harness powerful forces still active beneath the surface. People near these sites often experience strange electromagnetic disturbances, flickering lights, electronic malfunctions, and a pervasive sense of unease. This strange energy might be opening portals or rifts in the fabric of reality, allowing cryptids to pass between dimensions. If so, these tunnels could be gateways to parallel worlds or hidden layers of existence overlapping with ours, blurring the line between science and the supernatural. Such anomalies push us to reconsider the boundaries of reality and the limits of human understanding. The global spread of these phenomena, from New Jersey to West Virginia, the Congo Basin, and Oklahoma, reveals a vast network of interconnected sites. This worldwide grid links cryptids and subterranean structures into a web of ancient power and forgotten knowledge. The scale of this network hints at a planet-wide intelligence or ecosystem hidden just beneath the surface, operating in the shadows for millennia. This could be evidence of a lost civilization or a living system maintaining balance far from human eyes. Signs of recent activity in ancient rock, along with rare minerals and electromagnetic signals, suggest this hidden realm is far from dormant. Something ancient and powerful still stirs beneath our feet, silently shaping the underground world we barely comprehend. The expanding grid and its mysterious center may hold secrets that could upend our understanding of reality. As this dark network grows, the unknown forces at its core quietly await their moment to reveal themselves. The most audacious hypothesis suggests these cryptids are not mere animals but interdimensional entities, manifesting through fissures created by electromagnetic disturbances. This theory links the phenomenon to real concepts in theoretical physics, such as space-time warping and hidden dimensions predicted by general relativity. The tunnels and anomalies resemble what internet lore calls the backrooms, spaces that shouldn't exist, yet persist on the edges of reality. These rifts may be windows into parallel worlds, where the laws of nature differ in unsettling ways. Electromagnetic anomalies recorded at each site could act as portals or weak spots, allowing creatures from other dimensions to cross into our plane. Witnesses often describe sensations of time distortion or déjà vu near these locations, suggesting a fluidity of reality itself. This would explain the strange physical properties observed, such as sudden temperature drops, unexplainable sounds, and shifting shadows. The presence of these beings might be less about physical survival and more about interdimensional coexistence or invasion. Moreover, the cryptids' elusive behavior fits the idea of beings that can shift between states of existence. Their sporadic appearances and rapid disappearances could be linked to fluctuations in the electromagnetic fields or the opening and closing of these dimensional fissures. Ancient cave paintings and folklore might be mankind's earliest attempts to interpret these impossible crossings, encoding warnings or knowledge about these beings. Could the grid of tunnels themselves be a map or infrastructure of these hidden portals? The concept challenges our understanding of nature and blurs the line between science and the supernatural. Instead of monsters lurking in dark forests or caves, these entities could be manifestations of a deeper cosmic reality, accessible only when certain conditions align. Physics and folklore merge, suggesting our reality is but one layer in a complex, multidimensional web. If true, the cryptids might not be creatures trapped in time but travelers through realms beyond human perception. Skepticism remains vital, yet even the staunchest critics struggle to explain the consistent patterns of electromagnetic anomalies coinciding with cryptid sightings. Could these phenomena be evidence of advanced technology hidden from public knowledge, or are they natural phenomena misunderstood by modern science? The implications are profound. If we accept the possibility of interdimensional entities, humanity's place in the universe must be reconsidered. Imagine a device capable of revealing these hidden realms, a machine peeling back the veil between worlds. Then, from the shadows, a 2.5-meter-tall figure emerges, whispering in a voice both ancient and alien, "We have always been here." Such a revelation would shatter our understanding of reality, forcing us to confront a world far stranger than any myth or legend. Are we ready to face what lies beyond the known? The evidence, though fragmented, reveals a hauntingly consistent pattern. Interconnected caves, anomalous electrical signals, and persistent eyewitness accounts point to something far beyond mere folklore. We stand on the brink of uncovering a living subterranean network, or perhaps we are just connecting dots between scattered myths. What will happen when this enigmatic grid reaches full activation? What might emerge from its dark center? The truth remains hidden, waiting to be unveiled by those brave enough to seek it. Now, the question is yours. Is this the mark of a lost civilization, interdimensional beings, or merely collective pareidolia? Share your theory in the comments, leave a like, share this video to spread the mystery, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to activate the notification bell so you never miss a new discovery. Dive deeper into the shadows with us.